everyone, this is Felicia from Felicia by the Seasons. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. Now this is probably part 2 to my unboxing of my fall decor. I decided to go ahead and do a follow-up to that unboxing video because the first one I was kind of struggling there a little bit because I was trying to hold my camera and use my other hand to get all the items out. So I just want to continue that and show you the rest of the items that was in that particular box labeled fall decor, as you can see in the back. Now, as you can see right here, this is one of the pumpkins that was in my box right here. And this particular pumpkin is very special to me because I made this. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I made this little beauty myself. Now, I made this I went to Walmart and they sell fabric there. And then sometimes they have little remnant pieces that they sell for a little nothing, maybe $1, maybe $2.30, maybe 50 cents. Just some leftover pieces. I guess they're your regular pieces. So when I saw this pattern with the buffalo check design, I said, you know what? I'm going to try to make me a pumpkin out of that and make my own buffalo check. Now, once again, that's a tip. You know, the more that you can do on your own, the less money you have to spend. And I think I paid less than $2 for this little piece of fabric. And I used this and made this on my own. So if I have time, I will try to do a video where I actually show you how to make one of these pumpkins for yourself, okay? All right, now I want to show you the next one. Now, in the last video, I showed you this one. This was a more glam style, and this is the one that I showed you that I actually made from a curtain. It was a cafe curtain. If you go back and see part 2 of my unboxing, I showed this particular pumpkin, and I'm telling you that I purchased a cafe curtain. I only like the top part of it, and then I had all this particular turquoise fabric left, and so I didn't want to waste the fabric, and I say, it's fabric, it's good enough, and I made this pumpkin with that. Isn't she lovely? And I made some cousins, some nieces, some children to go with that particular pumpkin. And I just want to share these little babies with you, okay? So this one here, I'm going to show you shortly. This is the little baby to this one. So I'm going to put her down. And I also made it in this little miniature size. Now this was kind of over the top. This is very farmhousey, I guess, or country looking because of the materials that I use. She's a little weeble wobble. Now I was trying to figure out how to really make her, and so you learn as you go. So I made this one and I put this on a tier stand, okay? And then I also made this one as well. Let me move that out. And I added one little pearl to her. Now, I think this is the first little miniature one that I made because she's kind of weeble wobbly. And I didn't fully set her well so that she would have a flat bottom so she would sit up. So she's a little weeble wobbler. So you learn, and I added a little pearl to her in the front and a little pearl in the back. And I made all these. So I was like, if I put a little friend, maybe she'll stay up there. So I made all of those. All of these are in turquoise fabric. Now, of course, if you're going to have a queen, okay, if you're going to have a queen, there must be a king around somewhere, okay? So let me show you the king that goes with this queen that I made. Now, all of these pumpkins were in my box right here in my stash that I made last year. Now here's the king. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He is blinging, everybody. Look at him bling. Look at him. Look at that blinging. This is the king. So this is I think this is the largest one that I made last year. And see, That's the king, and this is the queen. Okay? That's the queen, and that's the king. How you like my king? Leave me some comments. And let me know how you think I did with these pumpkins. And then I made another little cutie because I guess I'm considering this the king, and then I made him a little son, okay? I'm naming these and making them personalized, all right? But look how much he's blinging. He can't even be still. I don't even have to touch it, and he's just sitting there in his boldness, in his kingship. So I'm going to move the king aside, and I'm going to bring the little baby, his little son on the scene, and that's his little son right there. He's blinging too. Look at it. And I made that one as well. So I used all the little ones this size, just playing around. I used glitter. I used what I had. I shopped my home and used material that I had. Very easy to make and a lot of bang for your buck, and it gives you that glam look. And so I'm going to bring the family back. I'm going to try to put the family up there. Okay. I'm going to bring the king back. Let you take a look at the king. And then I'm going to bring the queen back. I don't know if I can get them all in the same setting. I'm going to bring the queen. Okay. And then I'm going to bring the little children back as well. I don't know whether I can get them all in the same shot. But I just want you to see, with a little creativity and a little imagination, you can create your own masterpiece. And those are the little babies there. Okay. All of them have their own little distinct personality. And I made this one as well. This one is a little bit bigger. Okay. I went overboard with the glitter. I know I did. But for the Glam Girls, I don't think I went overboard with it. But all these pumpkins were in my bin. And I stored them all together. Okay. And these are the little babies. So these are the tiniest ones here that I made. These are all very tiny. And this one is larger. This is larger than these right here, as you can see. So I'm going to bring the king back into the scene with all his prominence. Okay. He doesn't have to say a word. The king don't usually have to say nothing, you know. They just stand there and stand in their fullness and just be kingly, I guess. Okay? So with a little creativity, use what you had. My situation was I had purchased some curtains, liked the top, didn't like the bottom. Looking at all that fabric, what could I do with it? So I decided to get a little creative, and I created a whole ensemble of these pumpkins. Okay, so I just want to show you that. That was in my stash, and just with a little creativity, you can create things on your own at a very small cost to your pocketbook, and it can be just as fabulous as going out to the store and purchase these items. If you have a little patience, if you have time on your hand, if you have a little patience, and you don't mind working with your hands and being creative, you know, you can create things like this on your own. It does not take a whole lot to do these items. I didn't know how they was going to turn out, but I just started, you know, doing a little bit here and doing a little bit there. So I'm thinking that I've come to the end of my unboxing. I'm not going to do another one. I think you get the gist of it, that you have to pull down your collection. You have to go through each piece and sort through them and see what you have. But in my case, I'm doing it in the reverse. I know one of my fall decor tips that I told you was to take inventory first before you go out and shop. But what I actually did was most of the items in my fall decor, I had either took pictures of it, put it on video, and recorded it so I can see what my inventory looked like. But you know what? I don't think I had anything in my picture collage or in my video showing these pumpkins here. I remember having them, but then I didn't remember having them. And once I cracked open my little storage bin right there, I was like, oh, I did make these last year. So it's kind of like you're gifting yourself, like for Christmas. It's like you know how children get excited when they run to the tree or whatever they're doing, and they, go through their gifts and everything. It's just like you're treating yourself going through your stash and your inventory. So I just want to bring back the final pumpkin because this one was a little bit different. These are all turquoise design. That's what I was doing. And we can't forget the buffalo check one. I think that is just darling. That is more of a country style one. Farmhouse, country style. Let me see, can I bring this down? I'm going to use this. And see how I'm using various stands? This is a candle holder. And I just placed this pumpkin right on this candle holder. I mean, just something that simple. If you don't want to do a whole lot of decorating, let me show you what I use. This right here is a candle holder. I purchased this probably for $1.25 or $1.29. And I got this from the Goodwill GCF store. That's where I got it from. Now, I have not painted this, and I'm thinking that they use it on the outside. I can paint this if I want to. I just haven't. But look, all I have to do is put a pumpkin in there and boom. If you don't want to do a whole lot of decorating and you just want to add a little touch on your nightstand, there's an option for you. Just like that. It's just so easy. Once you have pieces and once you build your collection, it's easy to interchange your pieces in and out. It doesn't take that much because you can, shift your pieces around and create something totally different than you did from the last year. But hopefully if I have time during this fall season that I will be able to come back and do a DIY video where I show you how to make these pumpkins here. So I'm going to bring the king back as I come to the end of this video. And I appreciate you stopping by and checking in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm looking for everyone that tune in that you'll find something that you like or something that creates that creativity bug in you and pushes you forth to try things for yourself in your own home to make it beautiful. So until the next video, happy decorating!